Good morning, 2K players. Starting with my player from Michigan. Got drafted to Indiana Pacers. Excuse me. I'm just gonna take it slow. I started off on what is that? All-Star or Pro. Really not that good. Still getting the hang of the buttons, but 2K really did their thing this year on this game.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road.
Coming off the bench, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this for y'all.
On 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris.
Here we go.
Here's George. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Utah.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Stuckey against Barbosa. Just 5 to shoot. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. Number 5, the Warriors.
The main factor, I think, is the great spacing. That has led to wide open,
long-range
shots, and that's why we see the great numbers
from
the 3.
Take what they give me.
Shot clock at 2. Jones, that's for 2. Money from the wing.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Warriors trail by 6.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. He said that one of the players they're keying in on defensively is Rodney Stuckey, adding he loves to use his size and his strength to play bully ball inside and get himself to the line. We've got to be physical with him without fouling. Guys, that'll take discipline. We'll see if they can strike the right balance on defense.
Thank you, Doris. He was all alone on that one. And that's now 6 points for Barnes.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Here's the screen. Jones dishes to Stuckey. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it off the glass.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Pacers lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Last shot of the game, had to try to see if I hit it, and if I didn't time it right.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so, there's a ton of pressure on young guys sometimes to leave prematurely. We'll see if Freak's decision pays off for him long term.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. For Indiana, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 5.
We're not going to play no. You got to guard the 3-point line.
With the shot.
Ellis can stay with him.
No, he's on the back of the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Jones drives in. Mahimi passes to Allen. That's good. Allen's got 6.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Jones against Curry. The screen from Thompson. Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's now 8 points for Klay Thompson. Pacers leading by 3. Jones with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He kicks it to Mahimi, the 10-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Mahimi's got his first basket of the night. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson. The 3. Again, the miss by Thompson. The Pacers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. They set the screen. Jones drives in. There's Allen. That's good on the assist from Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night. Warriors trail by 7. The dish now to Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
You know, you talk about Green's
They took me out because I'm not throwing the ball in the post.
Whether defensively,
I'm looking for the open man. That's why they took me out. I'm not doing what the coach said. We don't care what the coach says as long as I get my playing time. The team will adjust to how I want to play.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz did not have a great showing. He picked up 5 points and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. Obviously a tough patch of games as he's now been sliding for a while. He says that he's changing his routine, getting more rest, and even adjusting his eating to, quote, jolt himself into gear. Let's see what he does in this one.
All right, Doris, thanks. What do you think held him back?
You know, he certainly didn't seem to have the same level of energy that we're accustomed to seeing. I mean, he just looked a bit fatigued out there.
Yep, mentally and physically. I mean, it wasn't just he was a step slow. He also seemed to get down on himself and lose his energy and enthusiasm and confidence.